Hello everybody, Tin Man again. There has been success. This is actually up and running now. This is what's left of the original transistor. Now the transistor that I had was on this board. The board's a different colour out of another wrecked machine I had, but the transistor was exactly the same. So that was a stroke of luck. Put it in there and it's all up and running. While I was at it, I disconnected the VRD, the voltage reduction device. We don't want that in this situation. So even if it's no good as a pulse generator, worst case scenario is I now have myself a TIG welder. So anyhow, down in the bucket here, yes, the water's a bit brown because I've already had it going. I made a ring cell, just stainless steel rings we use for filter retainers at work. They're about 1 mil thick and about 25 mil wide, and I just cut them down to size to fit one inside the other. There's 6 in there at the moment, and we've got 25 volts going in from the welder, so it's about 4.2 volts on each one of the rings, which is still a little bit much, so it's still drawing about 1.5 amps at 25 volts. But we'll switch her on. Stock standard setup. Put on the high pulse. And she's bubbling away quite nicely. Now the thing I did notice that it's only bubbling between 3 of the rings. The 2 outside, or the 3 outside ones, there doesn't seem to be any bubbles coming out. Only the inside ones. So I'm guessing I mustn't have the gap quite the same. But that's making a fair bit of gas for 1.4 amps. It's reading negative because I've got the meter hooked up back to front. Red should have been on the positive, of course. Now that's our pulses coming out of the machine at the moment. It's 2.4 kilohertz is what it's pulsing at on the high frequency side. Now you notice here, for some reason I get a very high voltage spike, and that's only with the multi-ring cell I made. If I use the tube cell with just the 2 tubes, I don't get that high voltage spike, which is this top bit here. It just looks like that with the tube cells, and with this ring cell I get this high voltage spike for some reason. So I don't know what that's all about. But there we have it at the moment. We're 1.49, so 1.5 amps. Because it's turned right down. You can of course turn the amps up, just like that. And although it's gone nice and brown, we're making a lot more bubbles. So this is really good, being able to control the amps like this across the cell without dropping the voltage or increasing the voltage. And it is bubbling away quite nice in that soup. It doesn't take long to make the water dirty, but that's those cells only been running for a couple of minutes, so they'll need a lot more work before they come clean. So there you have it, guys. She's up and running, and it's working a treat. try and figure out what these high voltage spikes are about. Okay, till next time. Cheers from the Tin Man.